Dude.
Okay. Okay, you ready? I'll do an intro thing. Should I do an intro?
Go for it.
It's gonna take me like a second or two.
Think of it whenever you're ready.
This is weird. This is so weird. Okay.
Alright, guys.
Ready? What's up, guys? I'm Gavin.
I'm Bryan.
And we're starting this podcast thing. I think I don't know.
We never really decided on a name.
No, we did.
It's there, but
it's the
not there.
brocast. It's roughly gonna be called the brocast. Because it's just two bros talking. I think it was in a car. We were driving and we were just talking about something deep.
Yeah.
And then we're like, dude, I love talking about stuff.
Well, yeah, we had those car talks a lot. So.
Yeah.
And it was in one of those car talks, whatever.
Yeah. And during one of them was like, dude, I just love like talking. I just love like talking about like deep stuff and like I don't know. And I think we just thought that like our conversations were like funny, at least to ourselves. And so I think we just wanted to like sit down and like do this just to have fun, you know. It's not to like this. I think we're starting this not to like I don't know, try to be anything.
No,
you know?
yeah.
So I think we're just having fun with this. So yeah.
So yeah.
This is so weird. We're doing this for the first time. It's so
I can
weird.
cut whatever.
Yeah, no. You shouldn't cut anything. It'd be raw.
Okay.
It should be raw. It's our uncomfortableness of like.
Oh, I still have these on. Oh, so.
Explain why you have that stuff.
So, Summit. For those of you who don't have Summit at your guys' schools or whatever.
I think other people from other high schools are gonna watch.
I don't know.
Tune those people are gonna be like, I gotta tune into these.
We're gonna have at least one Don Lugo person. At least one Chino Hills person.
He's gonna watch and just cringe the whole time.
Yeah, there's this big project anyways called Summit for econ, and we get picked the country for Meals Italy. But yeah, it's this whole stressful big project, and it's not really helpful at all, and I hated it because I did all the work. Oh wait.
Well, awkward. I didn't do any of the work. I wasn't in your group though, so that's
yeah. Okay.
I tried. Like your person, I felt bad.
Alright. Anyways.
Okay, so this first
podcast,
one, the first one we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about ourselves. So like normally, I think the normal way we're gonna do this, obviously like right now it's kind of gonna be choppy and stuff. But, like if we keep doing this, like every Friday, so that was like what we're thinking. Like every Friday we do this. And if we do this like every Friday, we'll probably just talk about like different topics or stuff that's like funny or like news or something.
Yeah.
But this first one, like we're gonna talk about ourselves. So we're gonna talk about like who we are and like what defines us and stuff like that. So
yeah.
You wanna go first?
Well, I want to just say, put it out there. Not all of them is just gonna be us and our opinions. It is gonna mostly cover like different kinds of opinions, different kinds of beliefs. We're gonna cover like everyone, like the different views out there. We're gonna try to find. Gavin likes to call it common ground. That's basically like. So we're just gonna try to find basically like a.
Like we don't have to like agree with everything.
Yeah.
So like me and Bryan
exactly.
have like different things like beliefs. So we don't have to agree on different things, but we can find common ground by hearing what each other has to say, and then find where we believe in those different things about ourselves. So like, yeah. So like,
and I feel like everyone should. I don't want to say for like world peace or whatever, but for like
for world peace.
But for I feel like just for peace in general or tranquility, I feel like people
You gotta roll.
Lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
Alright, we'll just go into this.
Pretty much like one thing like I think we've said before is like we will never understand what it's like being black, because we're not black. So like, we'll never be able to understand that, or like I'll never understand what it is to be a woman because I'm not a woman, or like different things like that. But what we can do is find common ground by listening to someone who maybe is black or is a woman.
Yeah.
And we can listen to like what they have to say.
So we also planning to have guests or whatever.
Just talking to people.
Yeah, just talk to other people too. I know, yeah. Just to listen to what they believe, listen to how they feel. Yeah, we're just putting different views out there and trying to make everyone have an open mind to everything, basically.
Because I think the first step, I forgot who said this, but like the first step to like equality is through is through understanding. So like stuff like racism and like sexism and things like that, those are stemmed from a lack of like ignorance. So like people who are racist are ignorant of that race and assume and think this, and same thing with like sexism or like whatever, any like prejudice you have about something.
Yeah.
It stems from ignorance. Mm-hmm. So it stems from not knowing something about it and then just assuming, So
yeah.
I think like with what we're doing or what we're just hanging out talking about is like taking steps to understanding like things,
Yeah.
That's pretty much like
I agree. Yeah.
what we're talking about.
So, but anyways, just for this podcast, just our first podcast is gonna be kind of a test, because it's our first time doing something like this. We just kind of get to know each other. So yeah.
All right. So you start off, or do you want me to start with the first question about who we are?
Go ahead. You start off.
All right. So let me. Let's go for this.
Mm-hmm.
So let me grab this. So I went to. I really love being like a leader and stuff. And so I went to this leadership camp. This past weekend, and we found out like 4 different, because something that like we learned is like everyone is like a leader in like their own way. So you don't have to be like that person who's outspoken and blah blah blah, does those things to be a leader. Like you can be a leader in any way, no matter what your personality is like. And so this test, there's this little survey test thing, and I think it can kind of describe kind of who we are, kind of, just because it's like this is what we like and this is what we do. So there's 4 different like types of personalities. There's Earth, or 4 different like types of leadership. There's Earth, Sun, Lightning, and Fire. And so I'm an Earth. So like not everything is like perfect, spot on, because like it's not. Like some of the things I read, I'm like, that's not me.
Yeah. And so just since you're Earth, some of the things for Earth are like your strengths, you get along with and have great listening skills and which is why they have a lot of friends. They are team players, they're loyal, very dedicated, avoid conflict, very just peace, very relaxed, very open. Very zen.
Peace, love, and happiness.
And then it says stuff like excited by tranquility, stability, harmony. So basically just very zen, how I would describe it. And then so that was Gavin's personality trait, the Earth. Mine was very tied between Earth, Lightning, and Fire.
All of them, which are like opposites. So yeah. It's like
the only one that was really off was Sun. Sun was like.
That's weird. I thought you'd not like Fire. I thought Fire would be your opposite.
So I barely took this test today, and yeah, Gavin thought I was just gonna be Earth.
I just want you to be Earth with me. That's all. I just want to be like, yeah, we're Earth dudes.
The Sun is like.
Want me to read it? I'll read it because you read mine. So Bryan His strengths
No,
are.
this was Sun, the one I wasn't at all.
Oh, the one you weren't at all.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this is the one that Bryan was not. So Bryan. So the strengths of a Sun are Suns are enthusiastic, optimistic, persuasive, playful, charming. You're not charming at all, dude. Motivating, dude. No, you're nothing. Bubbly, fun, funny.
Oh
dude,
my!
You're not funny at all. Refreshing.
Not even refreshing.
You're like a McDonald's meal, dude. You don't even like hit the spot.
I'm not even like a nice watermelon with tahini in
No.
the summer days.
You're not.
With the lemonade on the side.
No, not at all. Convincing and animated. They are creative and highly intuitive. They usually are the life of the party and love to socialize with people. And they are excellent promoters. So that's some of the strengths of the Sun. You read the strengths. Is this one you? Which one was you?
I was both lightning, fire, and earth.
And Earth.
So
You read fire.
let me see fire. I haven't even read fire.
So typically like Earth is opposite of fire, and lightning is opposite of
Sun.
Sun. So this is fire. So this is like the opposite of my kind of personality.
So fire was like a fast, decisive person. They're self-contained, very direct. Top level executive. So I feel like it's someone who is very demanding, very assertive,
Very firm.
very outspoken, basically. And see, I can see where I kind of lie on this one, because something about me, I don't really care what people think about me. I feel like these people, very assertive, very, like it says, top level executive, military leader. Like I feel like they got there not by friendships. They got there by like just pushing themselves and not depending on anyone else, basically.
Mm.
I feel like I can.
Or
I can
like
relate to
leading the pack in like maybe like a bad cop way, kind of like
yeah.
I'm gonna have to make this decision if it's like even if it's like hard to make it.
And see, for lightning, you want to read lightning?
Sure. So lightnings are. This is also kind of Bryan. Bryan's all over the place.
Yeah.
Bryan's pace is slow and systematic. His priority are tasks and the facts. And his pattern of behavior is self-contained and indirect. You don't like to be direct with people. Which is weird because it's like, you're direct but you're not direct. Which is why it's like, why are you like three personalities?
Mm-hmm.
Strengths of a lightning are, they are accurate, precise, efficient, well-read, conscientious, and dependable. They are most organized of all the personalities. They're the most organized. They have great follow-up skills. They're good at persisting through tasks that most people would consider boring. Physics homework. They are good problem solvers, and they tend to be very neat. Not you. I seen your room today. Wasn't it? I'm just kidding. Your room is so clean compared to mine. But.
They should have seen this.
They're great planners, and once they commit, they will consistently work their plans.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see some of that stuff like being about you.
So because this is just one of those personality tests that like are kind of out there too. Like I'm pretty sure they've taken at least one personality test in their life. Cause like I remember taking one in like 10th grade in the English class.
Oh yeah.
Shout out Miss Hatch.
Shout out to the H Swizzle.
Shout out H Swizzle. For shizzle man.
For shizzle man dizzle. Did she kick out of class? She kicked me out of class one time.
She could.
That's right.
Kick you out of class.
Yeah.
Like just to stand outside.
I asked a stupid question, and so she kicked.
She got mad.
Yes, she got so mad. I was sitting there and I was like, we're talking about a serious subject. We're talking about like colonization and stuff, like people like being ripped from their families and stuff. And I just wasn't really listening. And I was just like talking to like someone next to me, and then we were talking about like Elvis Presley, and so then right after she was done talking about like the families that are like broken because of the white colonizers, like ripping like Australian families apart. Because like I didn't know, it's like Australia got colonized too, and I didn't know like a lot of similar stuff that happened with like colonization in America. I think happened also in Australia. I didn't know that, but like right when she was done like talking about it, she was like very serious, and she was like, "All right, does anyone have questions about this?" And I raised my hand, and I was like, "Is it true that Elvis died on the toilet, like eating a sandwich?" And then she was like, "What?" And I was like, "I'm just okay, true. Like I don't know." And then she was like, "Get out." And I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Wait, really?" And she was like, "Yeah, get out." And I was so embarrassed. I was like, "Oh, all right." I was like, "It's not a big deal, but I'll leave." And then I just got up and left. I sat out there and I just felt dumb, and I was like, "Oh man."
Well, like it's because she was talking about something serious. Yeah. She probably got pissed off.
Just get mad.
Yeah, I got kicked out of a class one time in like 7th or 8th grade because we had a sub for one of our math classes, and then I guess he at the beginning of the period said like something like when he called roll he wanted to like wanted us to say like here sir or something very direct, like or he hated when people said yeah instead of yes. Yeah, it was really stupid, but
you just got kicked out for it.
So then yeah, because he asked me a question and I was like yeah, but I didn't hear him say like he wanted us to say yes, and I was like yeah, and then he asked me the question again like so I can say yes, but I didn't know how to say yes, so I was like yeah, and then he just like kicked me out. He's like, "Get out." But he was a sub.
Yeah, it's like, you're like, "No, I'm not going to get out." No, yeah. So that one doesn't matter to me.
Sorry. So sorry.
So the camera turned off while we're talking. So, probably see a cut in there. It's okay. We were getting off topic anyways.
Yeah.
So that was like a little like, guys, shut up and get to it.
Yeah.
So, who do you think you are, Bryan? If someone comes up to you for the first time, and you want them to know a little taste of Bryan, if you want to give them a little taste of who the Bryan is, what would you tell them?
So I hate talking about myself. And like, not just talking about myself, but talking any kind of like good. Cause like I don't know, I feel
you don't like bragging. You're really humble, so you.
I don't want to say I'm humble.
You are. That's you being humble, saying I don't want to be humble.
God damn it, you're right.
It's like,
you're right.
I don't want to say I'm humble. Well, that's you being humble, you idiot. Get off your phone. Just kidding.
I'm doing something.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Okay, good.
So who am I?
Yeah.
That's the question. Who am I?
Who are you? What would you describe yourself as?
Okay. So I feel like I am a very open-minded person. I feel like I don't care. It's not that I don't care what people think of me. I know that every single person has their own opinion, right? So this person's gonna think this about me. I know there's someone that's gonna think the same way about me. So I won't care if that person. So let's say that person thinks something negative about me. I won't care because I think something positive about me is that someone else is gonna also think, Because there's just so many different opinions out there. So
yeah,
like, so that's kind of where I draw the line of like.
Well, that's what like your opinions, but like, who are you as in like your character? Like, what defines your like character?
So I'm like cool, I guess. LOL. XD. RAR. No, but I want to say like a nerd, kind of. But I'm not, because I don't want to stereotype nerds, even though
Just saying, you just call yourself a nerd.
Okay, I'm a nerd. That's it. That's me. so like someone would come up to me, I would tell them like that I like nerdy stuff.
Like what?
Like, okay, like I guess I like physics. I like math. Like some like people who like Sudoku, like doing those puzzles usually are like nerds, right? Like I don't find like I can find entertainment from that. Sudoku puzzles, like I like Sudoku puzzles.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can do that.
Like you enjoy things that like typically people wouldn't, because they would say like, oh, that's too hard, like mentally challenging things.
Well, not just too hard, but like, oh, that's lame. Like, why do you like that?
Like boring.
Yeah, or like, cause I know some people who would say like, oh, why you take AP classes? Like, what's that even for? Honestly, I had a goal, like, for the AP classes. It kind of changed now, but just I find enjoyment in some of those AP classes at least. Like for physics, I took so like we took physics honors last year, and then I'm taking physics AP this year. But for me, I took it because I needed another science class because I couldn't fill that in for a free period or whatever. And I said, oh, AP physics won't be that hard just because I took physics honors last year. Don't get me like wrong. Physics AP is freaking. It's stressful, but like I took it because I enjoy I enjoy learning. That's it.
Yeah.
I enjoy learning.
Okay.
Especially about stuff that I don't know, like, and especially about logical stuff. I'm a logical thinker. I think math based. I like numbers. I hate essays. I hate anything that we have to remember, like memorize just because. Like that's why I hate the educational system, because they just tell you to memorize stuff just because. I hate doing that. So like for vocab quizzes, for like econ or whatever, they have you just memorize these words just because. Like I don't like doing that. It's boring to me. I like thinking logically, like this is why you do this. Mm-hmm. And in math, there's like always that one answer and stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, but also I would also not just describe myself as nerdy, because I also like, even though I like parties, I also don't like parties. Like, do you get me?
Like why?
I guess why I don't, or why
do you do but you don't?
So I do because I like feeling like that coolness factor, I guess. But just like I like being around what people would call cool people, like the cool people, like, oh, you're a cool one or whatever. Like sometimes I like being around them because like I think they're fun. But then at other times I think it's too much for me, like because of like personal reasons, personal beliefs, obviously. But so yeah, sometimes I think it's just too much for me that I wouldn't want to be sometimes like doing maybe some stuff that they're doing or whatever, or just.
So you like sometimes you like being around them, but like sometimes you don't like associate yourself with them, like.
Basically, yeah, and I like being around them because I think they're fun. Mm-hmm. I think sometimes the stuff they do is fun. I like, and sometimes I would even join, but not when it's too crazy, too like, or like too dumb. When they start doing dumb stuff, that's like I draw the line.
Yeah, I get you.
So basically, I'm a nerdy person who likes to act cool.
Likes to act cool. What would you say? Like are you like a introvert or extrovert?
All right, so I feel like introvert. An introvert isn't.
Because for me knowing you for like since like second grade or whatever,
okay, what would you
I would say like you're both. So in certain aspects you're an introvert, well like 100%. But then in certain situations, I wouldn't say aspects. I don't know what that means. In certain like situations, mm-hmm. you're an introvert, and in other situations you're an extrovert. So like if you're like at a party, like you would sometimes will be an introvert if there's some people there that's kind of like annoying you, where you're kind of like, that's like these guys are just being obnoxious or something, you know. You kind of like pull back a little bit, and like not that that's like bad, but like you just kind of like pull back. But then like if it's like a bunch of people we've known for a long time, you're like boom, I'm out there, you know, or like you're also like really respectful. So like in class, people may think like, oh, an extrovert is someone who's like always loud and talking and blah blah blah. You know, in class I would say like you're an introvert because but that's because like you want to be respectful, not because like, oh, I don't want to talk. Yeah. But it's because it's like it's not my place to talk, so I'm not going to talk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you're very like. So I would say like you're a mixture of both because like you're.
All right, and now let me kind of educate you a little bit, because I know I've learned that an introvert is not necessarily just someone, because I know there's a lot of negative aspects or.
No, I'm not saying I don't think people like introverts.
No, I get you. But I know there's a lot of stereotypical introvert.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you call it stereotype or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like, kind of like
negative connotations.
Negative connotations. There you go. That introverts just like they're quiet all the time and they're reserved all the time. Introverts, I learned that are people who can basically recharge by themselves. Because I know, and I learned that extroverts are people who can, or people who need other people in order to recharge. So like if they're extroverts, if they're alone, they feel like they need people, like they want to be around people, and that's why they're like social. So I feel like I'm introvert. So saying what I just explained, the introvert and extrovert is, I feel like I'm introvert because, like you know this, I go to the beach by myself. I go places by myself, and I feel like I needed that. Sometimes I needed that. Like I just need time for myself. I just needed to like recharge, basically find myself, and then, but so like just because I like going to parties sometimes or like being around partying people, doesn't mean I'm like so like kind of an extrovert or an introvert. It just means like I like doing that stuff. So I mean some aspects of an extrovert I do have, I guess, but then yeah. So I'm not like. And this is also something I think I have. I don't think I am a extremist of anything.
No.
So, like, I'm not an extreme introvert. So, an extreme introvert, I would say probably, like, those people who are always quiet, reserved, and never like to party. So, yeah, I feel like I'm not an extremist of anything. That's another thing I would tell people, like, if they say
that's
who you are, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Like you're on the fence about like a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Gavin.
For sure.
What do you think makes you you?
Makes Gavin Gavin?
Yeah. What not personal, but like, what character
like traits define
character trait, yeah, basically. What do you think makes you, makes Gavin Gavin?
I don't know, I think like, I don't know. I like to think that I am fun-loving, and like, what that means is like almost kind of like a person, a person like you kind of want to be around, like almost, you know. But I mean, it kind of sounds like selfish, but like, I like to think that I'm the person who's like, oh, cool, Gavin's here, like, oh, like it's, you know, and kind of like, hopefully like a person that's not like judging. You know, because I hate when I think when other people think like I'm really like judgmental. You know, because I think I don't know.
So that's how you would want people to
perceive me. I would say
so
like
now
kind of fun loving. Like I just really okay. I just like really love people. So I love like talking to people. I love to getting to know people. I love to be like around people.
Okay.
You know. So like, so I love to invest in people and try to invest, you know, and not overstep my boundaries. So like, I like to call it like meet people where they're at. So like, meet people where they're at in their life and like, be the thing that they need or be the thing that I can help them with, you know. So like if you're like, if you need a person who's, you know, on you about stuff, You know, I want to be that person for you. Or like if you need a person who's like, hey, I just need like someone to mess around with or like joke around with. Like I want to be that person. You know, like for people. So I think that's just how it is. I think I like to like laugh and I like to like joke around. You know, but I also at the same time I also like to be like serious. So I don't think everything's a joke, but also I like to try to make light of things. You know, but then understand the seriousness of like other things, you know, so like and be able to be like the best of both worlds, you know, because I think people who are overly like haha like you know like happy all the time, you know, that's not like real because it's not that's not like we're humans, so we're not gonna be, that's not fair to like think that like we're happy all the time or we're laughing all the time, we're joking all the time, you know. So I like, so pretty much I like to be real. Like I try to be as real as I can with everything. So if it's something that maybe like, something I don't agree with and I'm asked about it, I think I try to be as real as I can, you know. And just be honest and be like, yeah, I don't agree with that. Or I don't like do that or stuff like that, you know. So I think I like growing up a lot, I wasn't like that. I was always like, oh, like you want me to, like believe this? Oh yeah, I like that, or I believe that, or so like often like I would, like I think, my wardrobe sense like growing up would be based off of like what other people would tell me. So like if someone was like, I don't like that shirt, I'm like, oh, I'm never wearing this shirt again, you know, or like. You know, stuff like that. You know, or people would say like, "Oh, that's stupid," and then I go home and be like, "Oh yeah, that's stupid. I can't do that." You know, and I think going through high school kind of helped me. Like I've learned that. Like no, I need to be true to myself and find out, because it's all throughout high school I've been trying to find who I am. You know, because I think that's a question that like we don't know yet. You know, like who we truly are. Like that's who you are. Like I would say like surface level, and this is who I am surface level. But I think there's so much more to us, which I think throughout our whole life that's just a process of trying to find out who we are, you know. But yeah, like I just think like I'm trying to be as real and I try to be a real person who, like, if I have feelings about something, I don't want to hide them. You know, if I have like concerns about something, I don't want to hide them. You know, or if I have like a thing I'm worried about, I don't want to like shove it down. You know, I want to like open up. So I think that's like a little bit kind of who I am, like personality wise. I'd say.
No, I get you.
Yeah.
So.
And I like to have fun. Like who doesn't like to have fun? But like.
So you said that you like helping people. Basically, you like being the one there for them. Do you feel like do you feel like it's a duty? Like do you feel by doing that like you need to do that, or do you feel like you want to do that? Like you find enjoyment in it, or is it like, oh, I need to do this because do you think like, oh, if I'm not gonna do it, no one else will, kind of thing, or is it like, well, I think I just enjoy doing that?
I think it's mainly enjoying, but I think for some things I feel like, oh, no one else is gonna do it. So like sometimes if it's like a thing for school, like I'll take like sometimes I won't and sometimes I will, and then sometimes I'll be like, if I'm like in a group that's like not down to do anything, I'm like, I'll kind of get that sense of like, this is my obligation to do this and to get people to help, or if I'm like in charge of a group or something of people, and one person's not really having like a good time, like I'll kind of feel like it is my duty to like, oh, I need to have them like participate and enjoy themselves with the rest of the group. Yeah. You know, so I'd say sometimes I would say it wavers back and forth between like thinking it's like a duty, and thinking it's like, you know what I mean, like it's a duty and also enjoying it. So I would say a lot of the time it's duty, but I do enjoy it. Does that make sense? Yeah. So.
Do you have any more questions?
There we go. Lots more. So what do you like?
What I like?
Yeah.
Like what
Anything. Like movies or working out or cars. I just named a few things you like.
Well, I feel like you already know, kind of.
Yeah, but I mean, we're...
So...
Am I?
You literally just, like, listed them. Like...
We'll dive into it. Dive into it. I don't know. I'm not going to be like, I don't know who you are. Tell me about yourself.
So, I mean, I like nature.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to diss you.
What? I like nature.
You said that in such a funny way. You literally had the freaking the side turn. You're like,
okay. So, my camera died. Gavin's making me record this while I eat Nutella. But, anyways, that was our podcast.
They got the gist.
Yeah, they got the gist. They know.
You like cars, I like music.
That's it. That's all they need to know.
That's all about us.
Yeah.
Disregard all the other questions.
Anyways,
that was our first podcast.
our first brocast.
The first brocast.
B&Gs.
Obviously, we've never done this before. So.
Italy.
So Italy. So we don't know what's it like, but we're probably gonna keep doing this.
We're probably gonna.
It's for funsies. It's for fun.
Next, we're
it's
probably
not for
gonna.
your entertainment. It's for us to have fun and to talk about stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not for you guys.
So I don't want to hear you stupid haters.
Haters.
The haters.
We're
going on to YouTube, so we're gonna get haters.
Gonna have haters though.
I want to hear from you, stupid little haters, who's like, why are you guys talking about stupid stuff? Like, you guys are talking about music and like cars. I'm like, I don't care about you. If you don't like me,
I care about you.
Don't watch us.
I love you.
But we're gonna post it on YouTube. We're gonna have fun doing it because I had fun. And we're just gonna be some bros.
Honestly, today was just a long day.
It was really long.
And stuff was just not going our way.
And we just went for it, you know?
Yeah, we're running on like 2 hours of sleep. So yeah. People were texting me to like go help them survive and stuff. But
alright guys, so thank you for watching the brocast.
Yeah.
We'll post again probably.
Never.
Yeah. Alright, that's when you stop it now.
Okay.
Stop it.